Another year, another grand seasonal summer update for TF2. And what surprises me for this one is that I don't hate most of the maps. I like a good chunk of them. And typical for the seasonal maps, when they come out for summer, Halloween, Christmas, some are good, some are bad, some are mostly shit, but it's at least an update, alright? So, the maps for this update are Camp Saxton, Mojave, Redwood, Dryfield, Bermuda, and Shorelight. A good chunk of maps, a nice little seasoning of, got some Koth, some control points, some payload, a nice little mix, alright? My overall thoughts from first seeing them, they look fine. My opinions have changed when playing them, and overall, I think most of the maps from this update I do like, except for one of them. Maybe two. One or two, give or take. But besides that, sit back and relax, and on to the review of each of these 6 new maps in the Summer 2025 TF2 update. Now, before we get into looking at each of the maps themselves individually, I do have a little system I'll be using for these maps, as in how well are they themed, are they well balanced, and overall do I enjoy playing these maps. The first map on our list is Redwood, the map you're seeing in the background right now for the footage. Overall, the map I really do enjoy it. It is a very, very good map. I'd say it's about an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10, give or take. It is well themed. It's the Redwoods, man. Like it's just beautiful already. And yes, it is the same place as with episode 6 with the Ewoks and that part. I forgot the name of the planet. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. And just some of the buildings and blue spawn, it feels like it's the 70s. It has that nice vibe with the furniture, and it really reminds me of that one part of Portal 2 where you're going through like the different parts of Aperture, like old Aperture, and it gets like, I think it's the 60s version of Aperture, I think is what it was, and it really reminds me of that. Now, this map does have a gimmick, and this is playing the balancing part. The gimmick of this map I don't hate. This is a first. The gimmick of the map are these zip lines that you can use to get across vantage points, get up to vantage points, get higher, etc, etc. How they play in the casual stance, I think they play really well, and they don't overstay their welcome. For each of the points on the map, you'll at least find about 4 or 5 where they should be, and I think it complements the map really well. They're a little janky, but I'd say give it like maybe a few days and then I might update the map. Do I think the map is well balanced? Yeah, kinda. Like, there are the allocated flank routes and main routes, and they are used, but sometimes they could be used more than the other route, etc, etc. The map's alright for balancing. And do I overall enjoy playing this map? Yes. I really do enjoy this map. I cannot recommend this map enough. It is so much fun. It's just so good. Besides that, on to our next map, Camp Saxton, a map that has really good theming. It gives you some nice, good summer camp vibes. I'd say more, it's leaning more towards autumn with like all the dead leaves around. And I don't really know why it's in the summer pool of maps when it's more autumn themed, but I'll give it a pass. It's a well themed map. Balancing wise, it's a little open. I'd say it's kind of sniper heavy. I wouldn't say as sniper heavy as Megaton, but it still is a relatively open map. And dude, again, the theming is, just a chef's kiss. And it kind of plays a little bit like Lakeside, to where you have the point, and you have kind of like 2 sides you can have to come from on the front of the point, and then the back of the point you have like the bathhouse, the room that you could you kind of control to keep the point locked down. I play it like it's Lakeside competitively because I'm a fucking chud and I play comp. But the map, again, themed perfectly. Balancing could use a little work. Wait, why does this map seem familiar? It's a fucking Halloween reskin. On to the next map. Mojave. One out of the 2 attack and defense maps that came out with this update. This map is kind of like a Dust Bowl knockoff in a way. It tries to be Dust Bowl, and it almost makes it to home base. It's about at, like, I'd say third base. There are a few problems with it in certain areas, but first of all, the theming on point. It has the classic TF2 vibes. We're in Australia, got all the nice rock around, you're fighting for gravel, and we go from like this little industrial place with blue to the more kind of rural brick-built buildings of red with the wood, and it feels a little more like you're in a barn and whatnot, and you're just capping 2 points, get the next segment in the map, cap 2 points, etc., etc. The theming of the map, very good. The balancing. Oh, fucking hell, the balancing. Some areas, it's not bad. Some areas, it could have used a little more time in the oven. An example is First Point. Typically, as you remember, for First Point on Dust Bowl, for the first map, it's a relatively short walk from spawn to the First Point. The same thing is for this map. It's a bit of a short walk. Here's the difference. Dust Bowl has 3 routes out of spawn. This map also does have 3 routes out of spawn. 2 of the routes go the exact same way, in the same open area. The other route is flank. Dust Bowl has 3 routes that obviously each all go towards the point. The one on the far left is main. The one in the middle is kind of a flank, kind of a mainish route, you know. And the one all the way to the right is obviously flank and sniper territory. This map tries to do that, but fails at it. Its main is too open, doesn't really have that much room for cover. Its flank is too clustered, and it gives too much room for just either a soldier to juggle you or a demo to juggle you. The flank, in my opinion, should be just a little more open, just so you have at least a way to get out. Because you just have a wall to your right, a death pit to your left. You go into a room, you walk up the stairs, that entire room, death. If a soldier's in there. And it also, everything just feels too close. Like, like, why are there 2 different paths? It just feels like they wanted to, again, make it Dust Bowl, but just didn't look at the map that much. Then again, this is my comp brain looking at it. The same can't really be said for the second half of the map. That is, it's kind of better a little bit. If you like a truck that's your only part for cover, and flank is to the left of that truck and you have to walk, and walking to flank is visible via sniper. The second part of the map, that First Point, is just, it's just sniper heaven to me. I feel that it's too sniper sightliney, there's not enough cover, and yes, I understand you should respect the sniper sightline, but at least give me like a rock or 2, bro. Kind of like maybe crouch around or play around at least. And have flank a little, have the flank door be not where you have to walk next to the truck, have it be a little, like, still close to the truck, but not where you're visible via the sniper. You're meant to flank around and get the sniper, or get any picks otherwise. Do I enjoy playing this map? It kind of just depends on the mood. If we're rolling, yeah. If we're getting rolled, no. If it's an even match, kind of just depends, really. Now, I do have to say, for the second half of the map on Second Point, what the fuck is the lighting in that? What is it? Is it a portal? Is it the way of heaven? Well, what is it, bro? What's the electric bill here? It's funny, but like, why is the lighting so fucking bright? Turn that shit down, bro. That's enough effects. But besides that, Mojave is, I'd say, a solid 7 out of 10, a 6 or 7 out of 10, in all seriousness here. But besides that, on to our next map, Dry Field. Another Koth map in the selection of summer maps for 2026. At first glance, I thought this map was another map created by a pretty big map creator, Yui Crash. Thank you, my guy, for making that wonderful tutorial vids on how to make maps in Hammer. But alas, the map that he's making that looks similar to this map is a payload, and this is Koth. Now, I don't have that much to say about Dry Field. It is kind of just another Koth map, but this one does feel a little special. It has that nice old TF2 vibe where it's red versus blue fighting over gravel with the Man Brothers and whatnot. And the theming is just on point. It is so good. Oh, I love it so much. And I like it how, again, blue feels like your industrial, concrete, metal type, and red feels like, rural, barn, hard-working classmen. And it's just so good. Now, balancing-wise, the map, it's good. It's good in some areas, bad in some areas, but I think overall, it's pretty on point. There are some parts of it that are sniper-heavy, but again, respect the sightlines and you're not gonna fucking die. It's not as bad as Megaton. Let's not have a Megaton 2.0, please, ever again. I like the theming of the map, but holy crap, is it sniper heaven. So, yeah, balancing's alright. It's on point for what it's supposed to be. There's flank routes, main routes, etc., etc. Do I enjoy playing this map? Yeah, just depends on the day, really. King of the Hill is kind of a back and forth mode, if it's a map that I'm not used to. I'd say, overall, I really did enjoy playing it, and I'd say I give this map a solid, I'd say 8 out of 10. It's got good theming, balancing is relatively on point, and enjoyment factor is pretty good. I enjoyed it a lot. But besides all that, on to our next map. Shorelight, the second to last map in the roster of maps for the 2026 Summer Update. This map, I have a few problems with. Overall, it's not a bad map. Its theming is pretty on point. The lighthouse, the two beach houses on each side representing both teams, and it's overall, again, not a bad map. Balancing wise, it's a bit better than Dry Field. There's some areas that might feel a little too snipery, but it still has the designated flank routes and main routes. And again, respect the sightlines and you'll do good. Now, the problems that I have with this map is mainly it just feels forgettable. It's a summer map. You're on the beach, you have beach houses, and there's a lighthouse. That's good for the theming, but it just feels like that one scene from Toy Story 2 where you have all the Buzz Lightyears lined up on the wall, ready to be bought. It's just forgettable. There's like, it's just forgettable. That's really just it. I feel like you're gonna enjoy it for the update since it's right there. You can queue for all the new maps, but after the update's over and they're just in the regular queue, you're not going to play it really that much. I feel like this map should have had like just a little more going with it. Not a gimmick-wise, but maybe like just some more pizzazz to help it like stand out from the other maps. Because if you put this next to like, let's say Boardwalk, they look the exact same. They look like they're the same map and they fit together. But besides that, other parts for the theming, I do still think that there is some distinctness between red and blue, as where again, red feels rural, barn-like, working class. Blue, industrial, metalworks, very cold and calculated. I like how they still have those few distinctive factors to it. I do gotta say, the lighthouse is pretty cool. It is a cool addition to the map. And the point layout is pretty chill too. The enjoyment factor of the map, again, it's a Koth map. It's kind of night and day for me when it comes to these maps. I think for the games that I did play, I did have fun, but I was playing Pyro and I didn't really play Pyro that much, so kind of night and day. But overall, overall, Shorelight, it's a 6 out of 10. No, it's a 5 out of 10. It's a 5 out of 10. It's good, but forgettable. And besides all that, on to our final map of the update. Bermuda. What the fuck is this map? No, like, actually, what is this map? What is this map? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's an attack and defense map. It's the only one we really have that isn't, like, payload. But what's the theming? Where are we? Where the fuck are we? Are we in a port somewhere in Australia? Are we in New Zealand? We are on the East Coast or the Pacific Coast. So, like, where the fuck are we? There's a boat that goes around. It's like, it's too open. You get this death pits. What the fuck is this map? Who made this map? Who hurt you to make this map? It makes no sense. Like, actually, dude, how was this allowed in TF2? Who allowed this to go through? Who are the people that voted for this map to get this in the game? I want to meet each and every single one of y'all, okay? And I want to shake your hand and take you out to a nice steak dinner and watch the sunset go down while drinking fucking coffee. Like, I am appalled at this map. I am actually appalled at this map. Yeah, I cannot say how many problems I have with this map. First of all, the theming is all over the place. I have no idea where we're at. There are multiple things around it. Like, it's supposed to be, are we in a coastline somewhere? Where does this map take place? I have no clue. And then, like, the balancing, holy crap, were they smoking crack? In-game, by the way, YouTube. While making this map? What the fuck? There's, like, so many chokeholds. There aren't supposed to be chokeholds. The spawns are shit. It's like, the pathing for the map is shit. I had no fun playing this map. Well, actually, that's a lie. I enjoyed playing this map because I enjoyed seeing my friends suffer while playing it with me. And it's like, what the fuck is this map? First of all, this map is segmented like Mojave and Dust Bowl. And also, to correct myself from earlier, this is the second Attack of the Fest map in the update, so excuse past me. And each of the 3 parts of this map get worse and worse. And there's one-way doors that are designated or don't tell you that they're one-way. There are chokeholds in this map that make no fucking sense at all. It's too open, it's too closed, it's too large. In some parts of the map, it feels like I'm playing fucking Battlefield with how big it is. And there are parts of the map that are death pits that you don't know are death pits. It makes no sense at all. And oh my god, after capping the last point in the first map, you go to this little open area that's next to it. That's the exit of the point you just fucking capped. And there's no clear indication where you go out of spawn. Again, who let this map through? I personally feel that in my spare time that I have done using Hammer, I've only made like 1 map, and it was a stupid train map. Technicality 2, I'm still working on my second one. But I feel like I can make a better map than this, okay? Now, besides the berating, the people who made this map probably put in the time and effort to do it, and I commend y'all for doing that, okay? Y'all have talent. It's just that none of it was used here at all. This is the example of why the community shouldn't always be making maps, alright? Like, this past Smithmas, Yvle, how the fuck you say, I don't give a shit. That map was made by UEAK Crash, the GOAT of making maps, dude, okay? That map fucking sucked. This map fucking sucks. It has, I don't even understand the theming. Its balancing makes no sense. And my enjoyment is none with this map. This map gets a bona fide -1 Brazilian out of 10. This map. If you want to know what hell is, play this fucking map. And oh my god, it has these weird fish that are in the 3rd point. And dude, the fucking fish in the sewers of Garden Warfare 2 looks better than these fish. And like, I understand, this game is from 2007. Garden Warfare 2 is from 2016. It's a bit of a different graphical difference, but TF2 looks fucking great for all it is. It has a distinctive art style. Now, the only thing that I can think that's positive for this map, I do like the little control point design itself, the one thing you actually stand on. Reminds me of Bioshock. But besides that, those are my thoughts on Bermuda. This map fucking sucks. I hate it with all of my big, big, big fat man heart. And besides all that, on to our conclusion of the Summer 2026 TF2 update. So, in conclusion, the Summer 2026 update for TF2 is good. You know, Bermuda is a bit of a stinker and Shoreline is kind of forgettable, but I don't hate everything about the update. Overall, it is good, and it's a solid 8 out of 10, I'd say. Now, I know I didn't give some maps proper numerical rankings, so here's a tier list of all the maps combined. I gotta say, some of these are proper, and if you disagree with me on some of the maps, then let me know. What are your thoughts on maps that I don't like that you like? And besides that, this has been Cheesy Weezy 372, getting all the usual stuff out of the way. If you want to subscribe, go ahead. I got some other pretty cool content on the channel also. If you want to like, go ahead. Dislike, go ahead. Comment if you want to. And it's going to hurt me. I have a Discord in the description if you want to join it as well. And I do stream on Twitch on the weekends. But as always, it's been Cheesy Weezy, Face of 2 saying God America. I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.